everywhere else, it seems, in the country, mass incarceration rates are declining, and Kentucky appears to be an outliner. 25,000 close are behind bars, and that's up from our attempts, failed, not successful, as we've talked about several years ago, to address this issue. What do you think are the contributing factors to our rising mass incarceration rates, and what should be the next step in criminal justice reform in your view?
Well, quite frankly, it's a very complex issue. And I think that what's been stated so far is very important, because it's those things that are underlying that drive people in those situations. And the other part of it, in terms of recidivism and so forth, I'm not sure we have the correct supports in terms of reentry and so forth. So if you deal with all kinds of issues that are related to that, I think you're going to find that not enough money is directed in the right locations, not enough policies. We have policies that we exacerbate the situation. In other words, we have enhanced penalty situations in various aspects of the criminal justice situation in terms of getting people in prison. So they stay in there longer. They reoffend. They stay longer. We have a pipeline, a juvenile pipeline that's coming that has not been addressed in a significant way, in my opinion. It's been addressed. We have issues regarding race and how police, and I don't want to, it's hard for me to just do a broad brush, because a broad brush doesn't really get to the really nut of it. But we have to have more training in that area and be more intentional in the terms of how we deal with people, and actually direct them into the system and create those pipelines. So there are all kinds of issues that are involved with respect to this, and it's going to be very difficult if we do not take it in a very methodical way, in a very thoughtful way, and not think just about punishment, but think about, how do we get good outcomes societally, because people are eventually going to come out, and they're going to be right next door to you. And if we don't do the correct things, we're just going to be reliving the same situation that we're having.